What if you could live forever? What if you could turn back the clock, erase the wrinkles, and feel 20 years younger? For most of us, it's the stuff of science fiction. But for a handful of the world's wealthiest individuals, it's a billion-dollar obsession. But first, we need to talk about a man who claimed to have found the fountain of youth, a man who promised immortality, but was hiding a terrible secret. This is the story of Peter Niegaard. Peter Niegaard was a Finnish-Canadian fashion mogul, the flamboyant founder of Niegaard International. He was the self-proclaimed Canadian Hugh Hefner, known for his lavish lifestyle and his relentless pursuit of youth. In the early 2000s, Niegaard made a stunning announcement. He was not just slowing down aging, he was reversing it. From his luxurious estate in the Bahamas, Niegaard claimed that his team of scientists had made a breakthrough in stem cell technology. He boasted that they had taken his own 70-year-old skin cells and transformed them into embryonic stem cells. In his own words, this was a game changer, a technology that could eliminate all disease and lead to immortality. But the scientific community was skeptical. Professor Arthur Schaefer, a bioethicist at the University of Manitoba, pointed out that there is no magic stem cell cocktail that can make you younger or healthier. While stem cell research holds incredible promise for treating diseases, Niegaard's claims sounded more like science fiction than scientific fact. The risks of unproven stem cell therapies are significant, including the potential for tumor growth and immune rejection. And as it turned out, Niegaard's claims of eternal youth were not the only thing that was too good to be true. While he was promoting himself as a pioneer of longevity, a much darker story was unfolding. For decades, Peter Niegaard used his wealth and power to operate a sex trafficking ring, preying on young women and girls. In 2020, the FBI raided his offices, and the fashion empire he had built came crashing down. In 2023, Peter Niegaard was convicted of multiple counts of sexual assault and sentenced to 11 years in prison. The man who wanted to live forever will now spend his final years behind bars. Niegaard's story is a chilling reminder that the pursuit of power, whether it's over life and death or over other people, can lead to a very dark place. While Peter Niegaard's story is a cautionary tale, the dream of eternal youth is more alive than ever. Meet Bryan Johnson, a tech millionaire who is pouring his fortune into a radical anti-aging experiment called Project Blueprint. Johnson's goal is to have the body of an 18-year-old. He follows a strict regimen that includes a 1,977 calorie a day vegan diet, a grueling exercise routine, and over 100 supplements a day. He undergoes regular, painful medical procedures and has a team of 30 doctors monitoring his every move. The cost? A staggering $2 million a year. One of Johnson's most extreme experiments was a tri-generational blood swap. He received plasma from his 17-year-old son and, in turn, gave his own plasma to his 70-year-old father. This practice, known as Parabiosis, has its roots in 19th century experiments where the circulatory systems of two animals were surgically joined. While some studies in mice have shown that young blood can have rejuvenating effects, there is no solid evidence that it works in humans. In fact, the FDA has warned against it, and startups like Ambrosia, which charged $8,000 for a young blood transfusion, have been shut down. And the result of Johnson's experiment? He admitted that he saw no benefits from his son's plasma. While he claims his father's health improved after receiving his super blood, the experiment highlights the speculative and often unproven nature of the extreme longevity movement. The quest for immortality doesn't stop at blood. Another popular and controversial practice is cryonics, the process of freezing a legally deceased person's body in the hope that future technology will be able to revive them. Companies like the Alcor Life Extension Foundation have over 200 patients suspended in liquid nitrogen, at a cost of up to $200,000 for a whole-body preservation. PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel is a famous client, but the practice is widely considered pseudoscience by the mainstream medical community. Then, there are the drugs. Biohackers are self-experimenting with pharmaceuticals like Rapamycin, an immunosuppressant that has been shown to extend the lifespan of mice. However, the evidence in humans is limited, and the potential side effects are serious. Even Bryan Johnson, after taking Rapamycin, suspected it was actually accelerating his aging and decided to stop. While some billionaires are experimenting on themselves, others are pouring their fortunes into legitimate scientific research. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos has invested in Altos Labs, a company working on cellular rejuvenation technology with a staggering $3 billion in funding. Oracle founder Larry Ellison has donated hundreds of millions to anti-aging research. These companies are exploring the cutting edge of science, from reprogramming our DNA to clearing out aging cells. The goal is not just to live longer, but to live healthier, to extend our health span as well as our lifespan. They are tackling aging as a disease, one that can be cured. So, what can we learn from the stories of Peter Niegaard and Bryan Johnson? On one hand, we have a man whose obsession with youth was intertwined with a life of crime and exploitation. On one hand, we have a man who is pushing the boundaries of science and self-experimentation, all in the name of a longer, healthier life. The quest for longevity raises some profound questions. Is it ethical to spend millions on personal health when so many people lack basic medical care? What are the societal implications of a world where the rich can live for centuries while the poor cannot? Ethicists warn of a future where wealth inequality translates into a longevity divide, creating a new class of immortal elites. And what does it truly mean to live a maximized life? Perhaps the answer is not to live forever, but to live a full and meaningful life, however long that may be. What do you think?